Okay, my name is Saskia, and my last name is Kouwenberg, which means cold mountain. I started studying journalism when I was 28 or 29 years old. I wanted to be a human rights activist, and I wanted to understand how the media work to be a better human rights activist and get media attention. So then by 1991, I was living with my ex-husband in Darwin, and we had contacted some East Timorese people, and they said, you have to go to East Timor because it's going to be very important. There's going to be a United Nations delegation. They're going to come and visit East Timor. So then we went to East Timor, and then there was the attack on the Motel church, and Sebastian Gomez died. Yeah, and then of course 12 November happened, and then everybody was interested. When the media in Western Europe heard what had happened on the massacre, everybody was interested. And because I smuggled out the footage of the 12 November massacre, and I arrived back first in Jakarta and then in the Netherlands. All the media wanted to interview me about what happened there. We were talking with Max,
Okay.
and Max Stahl, Max Stahl and Steve Cox, the photographer. They just came back from East Timor, and they said it was dangerous. So we flew to Kupang, and then some of us took the boat. Some of us go by the land, and I take the aeroplane to Delhi. And it was okay. And on the aeroplane, I actually, and nobody waited for me, and I didn't know where to go. So somebody said, oh, go to Hotel Delhi. So I went to the hotel, and then slowly there were about 9 foreigners who came to East Timor in that time to support the East Timorese. I come as tourist on a tourist visa, and we were tourists, and like we sometimes so when the East Timorese resistance, we also had like a package for the resistance. Somebody come and pick us up in the nighttime, take us with the car, drive, go to a house, talk to people in the house, but like, or we go to Baucau, somebody comes and says, come, take us somewhere, and there we meet Max Stahl. He had just come from the mountains. He had made all the interviews with the guerrillas in the mountain. So I take the interviews from those for Max to smuggle back to Delhi. And it was a bit scary because there were the military stopped the bus. Everybody out of the bus, military in the bus, come and ask people, where are you going? Who are you? Give your papers, this and that. And you never know what would happen. So it was always scary. Of course, Max made all the difference in the whole world. When we came out of East Timor after the massacre, the Indonesians said that maybe 3 people had died, that it was a provocation by the demonstrations. And if Max would not have filmed what he did, I think maybe the history of East Timor would be different, because he really filmed that, like the people, young people coming through the gate and falling over each other, and the siren going and the shooting happening. Because I took the film out and I showed it to Dutch television. I went immediately to Dutch national television. I said, look at this, you have to see this. And they said, what's happening here? And they immediately, within 2 days, it was in 100 countries on all television stations. So then Indonesia could not say, oh, was nothing, only 3 people died, da, 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 da. They could not, the proof of Max Stahl was so evident, so clear, that nobody could say nothing is happening there.